everyone, Cloud VP here, and welcome back to Autumn's Journey. Sorry, yeah, I'm scoot closer up, that I haven't done any of the console games recently. Don't have a lot of time these past few days. It's been kind of busy trying to figure wedding things out. So I'm just gonna do Autumn's Journey today because it's a little bit faster and I don't have to like do separate computer recordings, so much syncing and editing. Autumn's Journey is just nice, fun, really easy to do recording wise. Not saying that this isn't like but you know what I mean. It's easier for me to edit and get it out today because it's been a couple days since my last episode, and that makes me feel bad. Ow, my chair hurt me. Okay, anyway, let's just get into this. Okay. Oh, man, I have a headache. Oh, headaches. Okay. So here we go. If I don't do the voices, I apologize. As we continued through the forest, I stopped and groaned when I spotted some dark trees. Those are Velbum trees. I completely forgot. We should probably go around them. Yflbun? Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that word. He peered at the thick, gnarled trunks. Gnarled trunks. God, this is going to be horrible. I probably should just play DuckTales today. What, scared of the bark? It'll be quicker if we continue in a straight line. No, it's not about the trees. It's what lies in them. They make perfect nests for aviterals. Aviterals? What the hell are those? Those giant bird things. I thought you would know them? I would if I understood your names. Why are you giving new names to everything anyway? We dragons were here first, and we've already established. Man, I like his squiggly line face, like, ugh, kind of face. I raised my hands to silence him, not wanting to make any unnecessary noise. He scowled, but a shrill cry startled both of us. That's a bird. And then what do you call that? Usually food. Well, that'll be us now. Well, that got loud. Perched on one of the lower branches was a reptilian bird with scales running down its front. The rest of its body was covered in earth-toned feathers. Though probably no taller than 4 feet, its extremely wide wingspan and sharp talons made a fearsome animal to encounter in the wild. Aviterals raised young way into the fall, so the mothers would be extra territorial this time of year. The bird ruffled its plume, making itself seem larger than it was, and prepared to lunge itself at us. I immediately stepped in front of Kerr, gripping my sword as I took a defensive stance. Do you like my battle voice? With Kerr's condition, an instant retreat wouldn't work. I'd have to guard him. It's a good image. What are you? You're not planning to fight it, are you? Do we look like we have a look out! I shoved Kerr off balance. Thanks to my quick reflexes, we narrowly avoided a slash from the Aviteral's talons. I thought the music was about to end. The wind whipped at my hair as the debris flew up around us. I scrambled to my feet and sprinted forward, hoping to keep the Aviteral's attention away from Kerr. As it dove towards me, I slashed upward. It veered away, dodging my counterattack. Kerr, I'll keep it busy while you get away. Are you stupid? I'm not leaving you behind. At least he's not leaving her behind. That's nice. Microphone, get closer. I'm cutting my chin off here. Kerr? I need you to take me to that altar. Squiggly face for her. Hold on. That's probably better. I think better, because I keep cutting my chin and cutting my chin off. Anyway, squiggly face. Maybe if you shouted the directions at me, I could get there alone. I'm kind of busy here. I can't get my bearings in the middle of a battle. My aggravation was the incentive I needed to keep the Avitarial at bay, the bird. However, my training had not covered aerial attacks, and the bird's scaly front was like armor. Are you holding back? Well, it's just protecting its young. It's trying to kill you. You think I haven't noticed? Oh, for the wings. Clip them. It won't hurt it, but it'll stop it from flying. Just clip the tips. I widened my stance as I prepared for another attack. At the last second, I leapt to the side, slicing at an angle. My sword beautifully sheared the Avitarial's thick primary feathers. The monster swerved into the ground, its shoulder and head bearing the brunt of the crash. It let out a cry, and I felt a split second of guilt. that vanished with a yelp as the bird tried to tear me down with its talons. Luckily, the bird was designed for swooping down at prey rather than running on the ground, so it could only hobble awkwardly. As it screeched and futilely spread its wings, I retreated, grateful that it was even slower than Kerr. I wove through the trees until it finally gave up chasing me. Then, sighing in relief, I looped back and returned to Kerr, who was also at a safe distance. Looks like it gave up, but what about its young? It'll be fine. The feathers will go back, and it can still hop back to its nest. The babies won't need to eat as constantly at this stage anyway. You sure know a lot about them. Thanks for the suggestion. He snorted indignantly. Snort. I already told you they're food. Of course I know about them. Soon the forest was quiet once again, with the forest was quiet once again, with only the sound of our footsteps and the tap of Kerr's walking stick breaking the silence. Surprisingly, he did not protest when I suggested a safer route, nor when I walked nearly shoulder to shoulder with him. I had the feeling that starting a regular conversation would push my luck, so I kept my mouth shut and instead hoped for no more setbacks. Dun-dun-dun, giant bird fight, victory, ding! That's what it should have done. Oh, nice music. This is it. Oh, this is it? Question. Yeah, it's not a very deep cave. You simply take a turn and the altar is right there. Go away, performance alert. I don't need to know that. That's it? No complex mazes? No shiny sacred magic lake with a guardian or anything? Not that we could handle the guardian if there was one. Hey, we did what we could. This is a modest altar. I took a deep breath and smiled reminiscently. I haven't been here in years. I think I came before to make the occasional offering around harvest season. There it goes. Sorry, the music is like really loud in my headphones and I'm like, lower it! Good God! Lower it! But I lowered it. Okay. I think I read that whole line. If not, you guys probably read it by then. I gave Kerr a cheerful look, but he continued forward, ignoring my recollections. I shrugged and followed, quickly catching up to him. Kerr awkwardly knelt down before the altar, discarding the walking stick once he was comfortable. His eyes closed with a softened scowl, almost as if he was meditating. Suddenly, his mineral-like ears perked, and he stared directly at the statue. There was no change in the atmosphere, but I could tell Kerr was angry. His hand tightly gripped his knee. I know we're connected. I demand you remove this stupid curse. He felt silent, and I looked around in bemusement. He was talking to someone? But I could not hear the other half of the conversation. For some reason, that made me even more attentive as I tried to piece everything together. You can't be serious. So I said a few things, but... Huh? Yes, I've met one. That's how I found the altar in the first place. He whirled towards me and blinked in confusion, as if studying me for the first time. I stiffened, wondering why he was staring at me so intensely. It's 'cause he likes her. Once he finally turned away, I relaxed, although I could not help but feel anxious about the discussion. What about me? Weak, pathetic, gives strange names to animals, doesn't seem to know much about Ystera or how the world works. Is he referring to the heaven kind in general, or just me? What? I guess their food is half decent or something. What? No. You're not sending me on a pointless inspirational quest. I'm not a child. I can't even walk in this form, so your plan is... Shing. At that moment, a blinding light flashed from where Kerr was standing, and I flinched in shock. Whoa. Kerr? By the time I had knelt down and worryingly grabbed his shoulders, the flash had already disappeared. In one smooth movement, Kerr removed my hand and stood up without the walking stick. His eyes still seemed focused beyond me, and he slowly nodded to himself. Did your powers return or something? He extended his palm and lurched towards the ground, slamming it against the hard stone, which broke the cave apparently. The entire cave shook. The tremor visibly and mentally shook me as well, and my heart pounded loudly. I felt so paralyzed I couldn't even scream. Once I found my balance, I looked bewilderedly at Kerr, who smugly flexed his unharmed fingers. I stared curiously at his cocksure expression. Cocksure and headstrong, is that how they say it? Sorry. I like Robin Hood Men in Tights. And if you know what I'm talking about, awesome. So... He barely glanced in my direction. It's not exactly what I wanted. However, a portion of my original powers and strength are back, along with my balance. I can actually be comfortable in this form now. He gave a dismissive kick to the walking stick, then promptly walked away from the altar. I mustered a small smile. Well, that's promising at least. What will you do next? Do what he ordered me to do and become normal again. I can handle this on my own. Ah. So you don't need to follow me. I had to anyway. There was only one way out of that cave. But as soon as we were in the open air, Kerr took off running with the grace and speed I'm sure no real heavenkind could ever replicate. I blinked once, and sure enough, I was alone. I scratched the back of my head, still absorbing what just happened. You're welcome. Burying my head in my hands, I shook out my hair in frustration. Was I expecting something from this? Well, a thank you would have been nice. I tapped my sword hilt for reassurance. It's what a knight does. They help the weak and demonstrate their generosity when it is needed. Well, Kerr's not weak anymore. He could definitely take care of himself now. I guess my duty's done. Mission complete. Just some experience as a reward and a discarded walking stick. Deciding not to linger any longer, I started walking back towards Barry. My parents would certainly be worried by now. Bye, Kerr. We had a great adventure together. Tear. Sniffles. Chapter 2. Welcome back. Oh, my back. I'm on your back. So. Okay. I trekked back through the forest, careful to avoid any more wild animals. When I reached the spot where I'd previously set up camp, I decided to take a quick break to eat. I unwrapped my bread and cheese, poking half-heartedly at their grainy texture as I stared at the remains of the campfire. As I was about to take a bite, I had an odd feeling of discomfort and glanced sideways. Well, you know, the image should have popped up after that sentence, so I didn't know Kerr was staring at me. Am I really imagining things? I sighed. Kerr, I know you're there. You don't have to hide. There was only silence at first, but I heard a slight rustle and turned my head again. Seriously, you just moved to another location. I hope you weren't going to wait until I was asleep to steal my stuff. I wasn't planning to do anything like that. Kerr reluctantly emerged from behind one of the bigger trees. His expression looked conflicted, and I could tell he did not want to be with me again. But he's kind of cute, though. Acorn. Acorn. Welcome back. Did you miss me? No, but then I realized I wouldn't be able to find the next altar without you. Well, you're out of luck. I don't know the whereabouts of any other dragon caves, nor am I carrying more apple tarts if you're hungry. There really is no reason to stick with me. You need to get another guide, or find someone else that can help. But I don't want to go through the trouble of finding anyone else, at least until I get my bearings. I have no clue where to go from here. A small idea formed in my head. Wait, perhaps I could accompany Kerr to Oliver. If I explain the situation to Mom, maybe she'll consider writing me the night recommendation letter. Then, if you like, I'll accompany you to Barry. From there, we can travel to Oliver. It's a huge city. You could probably find directions to other altars there. Does that sound acceptable? He grumbled in agreement and sat down on the fallen log I was using, but near the edge to leave plenty of space between us. Now he's so shy. Ugh. My master also asked me to interact with Heavenkind more. And I've already been with you long enough. Nice to know I'm tolerable to be around. And your master doesn't seem that bad. He was an interest in working with Heavenkind. Or he has had it. I can't read that line. I guess he didn't like it when one of his pupils didn't share his point of view. I grinned wryly. At least he was kind enough to curse you with some clothes. I didn't think dragons normally wore clothes. Is that a spell, or are those genuine articles? Kerr tugged on his shirt, as if suddenly aware of it. I think it's a spell. It won't wear off or anything, will it? Oh, that'd be horrible. Then it'd be running around in the nude. Oh, nude Kerr. Oh, I didn't get to read that line. Well, whatever. I assure you, the spell won't wear off from my clothes. I just think that I don't want to glance back during, I don't know, the heat of battle and catch you stark naked. That'll never happen. Jeez, why are you interested in seeing me shirtless? If you want, I could take it off right. Thank you. No, Kerr, we are not ready. We're not that far in our relationship. I'm sorry, keep your shirt on. Please, no. I trust the magical sustainability of those clothes, so please, keep them on. Besides, you'll stay warmer that way. Is that why Heavenkind wear them? Something like that. I pulled off some of the bread and popped it in my mouth. Click. Okay. Kerr watched briefly with interest before hotly averting his eyes. Hotly? Whatever. Let me guess. You're hungry as well? I don't know what Heavenkind consume, but I don't think I can eat what I normally would. As he pursed his lips, I handed him the rest of the bread. He arched his eyebrows in surprise at the offering. It's fine. I had a small breakfast, and I'll be back in Barry soon. Without bothering to inspect it like he did with the apple tart, Kerr crammed the bread into his mouth. I stifled a laugh, since I had the feeling dragons had no concept of chewing. Propping an elbow on my knee, I watched him with amusement. I was also feeling a little unimpressed with how dismissive he was towards me. Glower at him or tease him? Teasing is probably a better option. Am I probably going to get a good ending on this? I don't know. I don't even know if there are good or bad endings. I don't know what paths there are. All I know is I'm going to tease Kerr because that's what I would do. Tease him. I lowered my voice to imitate him. Oh, Aurelie, I'm so eternally grateful. You are the best that Heavenkind has to offer, and I'm so glad you helped me, fed me, and led me to where I need to go. She totally has a kitty face right now. Kitty. Where would I be without your immeasurable kindness? Thank you. Kerr coughed violently as he tried to respond and failed, and I continued. He's like, hello, yes? I feigned a sweet giggle and fluttered my finger towards him. Oh, Kerr, it was nothing. You're welcome. After pounding his chest, then swallowing loudly, Kerr tried to speak up. Before he could start, I stuffed the last portion of cheese into his mouth. I kept my hand there, and we exchanged a meaningful look. His quizzical stare softened, and I took a step back. It's nothing. You need to finish eating. I'm going to take a quick walk. I stalked off before he could answer. I approached the riverside, crouched down, and splashed my face with water, rubbing my forehead and cheeks. Then I inhaled deeply and ruffled my hair, careful not to snag on my braid. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. A knight was supposed to be courteous, generous, kind, just, honorable, and help those in need. And here I was, struggling to maintain a calm demeanor. There was something about Kerr's attitude that always got me worked up. Well, that and him showing some gratitude would be nice. Or was it wrong for me to seek it in the first place? I still have a long way to go before I'm more like Mom. How does she do it? I grabbed a flat, polished rock and stood up, throwing it and catching it a few times while pondering what to do next. First things first, Kerr will return to Barry with me. We need to stock up on supplies and figure out where the next altar is. I tossed the rock and caught it again. Does he expect me to travel with him the whole time, or until Oliver? I wonder if I'm mentally prepared for this. Gripping the stone, I threw it into the water at an angle. It skipped a few times before disappearing completely. Okay, pause. If you can skip a rock over water, then you got some mad skills. I don't care who you are. I can't skip a rock at all. It goes toss, plunk, down. That's it. So if you could toss water, you guys need to teach me your trade secrets. I do not know how that works. Anyway, continuing. I bit my lip, not pleased with my 3-hop achievement. I could probably get 7 rebounds on a good day. See, she's talking about 7. I can't even get 1. What the heck? I should get back. I wonder if Kerr already got impatient and left. Just as I turned to leave, I heard a loud splash and immediately whirled around, unsheathing my sword. I angled the blade upwards and widened my stance. Whoa, hello there, dragon. Bursting from the water was a large serpent-like dragon with a translucent ridge down its back. It flapped its wing-like fins, head extended beyond the shore. I grit my teeth, searching for a weak point, but kept my distance. Tightening my grasp on my sword, I looked the dragon directly in the eye. It recoiled when it saw my weapon, withdrawing its head, but made no further movements. It's actually a really big dragon. The water dragon. It didn't appear to be hostile. I slowly sheathed my sword, but kept a firm grip on its hilt. A mist formed around the dragon, and I stepped back, unsure of whether to retreat or wait. It seemed to vanish as the mist overtook it, and I squinted. Moments later, I spotted a rather hazy figure. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He's gonna get normal voice. I can't do more than 2 voices, apparently. I blinked as a lithe heathen kind person appeared before me. They had similar ears as the water dragon, so I could safely assume they were one and the same. He also had brilliant teal-colored hair, which I had never seen before. He fidgeted with his hands and gave me an apologetic look. I didn't mean to, frighten you. His eyes disarmed me completely, and I could only wave my hands frantically to reassure him. Oh, no, it's fine. I didn't mean to threaten you with my sword. It's just sort of an instinct, and... It's understandable. You didn't know what my intentions were, and I probably looked intimidating. We both stopped and exchanged an awkward smile. At first it was a giggle, but I soon started laughing, then rubbed the back of my head sheepishly. He joined in with his own gentle chuckle, and any tension we felt from our rather intense encounter dissolved instantly. So, what are you here for? I'm looking for someone. He should be around here, and he would have unique ears like mine, and... You mean Kerr? Are you Kerr's master? His eyes widened. Me? Oh, no. I'm actually a pupil for someone else, but I know his master well. He raised his arms and glanced at the sleeves, tugging on them before inspecting the rest of his clothes. It was then that I could see his long hair tumble over his shoulders, complete with a flowing purple ribbon. You look fine. Aw, you even transformed with the braid already in place. That's cute. He grinned cheerfully, seeming pleased with himself. Heaven girl, there you are. I have a name. Kerr approached us petulantly and gave the new boy a supercilious glare. The boy balked in silently and glanced shyly away. Ugh, I'm getting near the end of my wits, guys. It's getting harder to read. I heard a large splash and came to check. Who are you? I'm Mari. Oh, Mari? I'm just gonna be Mari. We've met a few times. Kerr gazed at him so intently that Mari squirmed uneasily. Acorn. Double acorn. Cry face. Oh, they're so cute together. Nope, don't know you. And how did you find me here anyway, Mara? Mari! I overheard our masters talking, and Master Bedros mentioned you, so I... Kerr groaned loudly. Let me guess, they sent you? Sure, sent. They sent me to supervise your assignment. So please take me with you. Oh, he's so cute, guys! Kerr and I exchanged glances. Look, Ellie. Mari. Whatever. This isn't exactly something I want to do, nor do I want more company to slow me down, unless you can fly. And Mari's face went... Mari's face fell. Simple line, can't do it. And can instantly take me to the next altar. I'm not interested. Go back and tell our masters I can handle this myself. But... I sighed and stepped in, raising a hand to touch Kerr's shoulder. You don't need to. Kerr flinched from the physical contact and mentally kicked myself for forgetting already. Right, no touchy. Anyway, I think Imari will prove useful. He did just say the masters wanted this, right? They placed their trust in him for a reason. Mari shifted his eyes and glanced at the ground. Right. Pretty sure he didn't get permission to be here. Pretty sure. I promise I won't be a burden. And if I am, well, I can go back. Kerr grumbled and merely walked downstream, waving dismissively. Do what you want. Just promise you won't lecture me or do any of that nonsense. I already get it enough. Promise. Amari's smile was so bright that I couldn't help but grin as well. I turned to him and offered a hand, and he tilted his head quizzically. Looks like we'll be traveling companions, at least for a while. This is an offer to shake hands. It's a greeting between heavenkind. Mari extended his hand, and I gave a firm shake. Pleased to meet you. I'm Aurelie. Pleased to meet you too. And thank you for convincing Kerr. Thank you? Pardon? You have no idea how long I've been waiting to hear those words. I have a feeling you and I will get along swimmingly. That's a sad dragon water joke, cough. Swimmingly? He glanced back at the river, then chuckled. Is this heavenkind humor? Something like that, but it usually elicits more groans than laughter. Come on, we should probably get going before Kerr decides to ditch both of us. I don't have any more food to lure him back. Ah, about food and Heavenkind needs. I researched a bit, but I'm not completely familiar. Don't worry, my dad makes food for a living, so you'll learn a lot about it. He nodded happily. With that, we quickened our pace before Kerr could yell at us to hurry. Alright guys, I think that's going to sum up this episode beautifully because we just met Mari, another dragon who we actually got to see the water form. So I really want to see Kerr's dragon form. It's probably really cool because it's like an earth dragon. Dragons. So cool. So awesome. Mari is super sweet and he's so adorable. And the facial expressions. I just love all the expressions these characters are getting. It's really awesome. So anyway guys, I hope you all enjoyed this episode and I hope to see you all at the next episode. So until then, bye everyone!